I will be sitting here all day long. When at first glance seems impossible and somehow mind-blowing, you just have to try. Hello everyone, my name is Lev, you're on the Cubastic channel, and today I decided to challenge myself with these 3 puzzles. At first glance they seem quite simple, but are they really as childish as they look? Just check out their designs. For example, here only a small angular part is moving. And if you spin the right and the left side at the same time, after those turns, it will come together. The mechanism of this one is similar too. Only side part is moving. And it is, one-colored. There are fewer colors than in the usual cube. And it's not even a cube, it's a barrel. And how this one can be complicated? Only corners. It's not even the first level, it's like a 0. So let's deal with each of them, starting with this one. It is called Dino Cube. Let's try to mix it. I want to solve every puzzle with timers, so now I put my phone over here with timer on. Let's start. I'm using a simple algorithm here, but you need to remember the color arrangement. Which one should go after which one, and so on. Next, I think we should deal with layers like a 3x3 cube. Let's start with any of the ribs. For example, yellow-red should be here. I think we can just do a sexy move. And now it should be in the right place. And the same goes with the orange-yellow. Exactly the same strategy, but from the other hand. Yeah, and those came together on their own. That's it. Solved for 2 minutes. Very interesting, pretty easy though. I have noticed such a pattern that since there are no centers here, so you can solve this puzzle, from a different color orientation. For example, blue must be before orange, and if I put red here, yeah, it works. Check this, the red was right from the green. Now it's to the left, but the puzzle is still solved. Alright, I think we will leave it. And move on to the second puzzle. It's called a barrel cube. I've dealt with a barrel before, but it was moving like a 3x3 cube. But here I can't turn like that, because only corners are rotating. I'm not sure that every professional can do it. Let's see if I can. I try completely, to scramble all blocks, to shuffle all colors. So it looks completely mixed up. What I see? As I said, it looked like a red cube. So I see corners, they are made in pair. For example, 2 yellow ones are already oriented. I have to work on the rest of them to create some kind of flat surface. Oh, everything goes smoothly. Look, I'm turning it and... oh, small block is collected. Let's work on blue corners. I'm sure that there will be a blue ribbon. You see? It's now upside down. And now we need to know what the ribs should be here. As you can see, there are such ribs that look like petals. They don't fit here for sure, so I think we need to collect also blue or yellow ribs. Well, that's my guesses. It looks like the blue fits here. And even this has been gathered. And the same goes for yellow. I like this picture, I think you too. It reminds me of the puzzle we just finished. Now I need to gather the second floor. There must be yellow. And the red is here. And 2 turned green colors. How? Everything's fine. I just turned one and the other one found the right place. Look like solved. I think we can stop the timer. 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Interesting, very interesting. Kinda the modification of the previous one, but harder and more interesting. Moving on. I'm scared to do that now. If this corner is set like this, then... nothing will happen. It won't be turning. But when we do it with all the corners, it already looks scary. Attention! Boom! I will be sitting here all day long. The important thing here is to turn the corners completely, or rather, these little ribs to the corners, because if, for example, we do it like this, it won't continue its movement and may be stuck or break. I think we can start solving from that. Let's go! What to do for the first step? I just want to pull all the corners back, but before that, I still want to understand what to do. First, the centers move. Let us try to orient the corners as much as possible. I have 2 yellow, 2 white, or I have a strategy to gather all the corners first. For example, these 2 are already done. Okay, I did white corners just in 2 moves. Well, again, to turn them back is not necessary. I feel like I'm well with my imagination. Oh, let's do it! I'm even interested. All corners are oriented now in just 2 movements. Funny. So, we got the corners, it was pretty simple. What about centers? Yellow in place, but all the side centers are in the opposite direction. You see, they are kinda correct. But green is replaced by blue, for instance. Oh, do you know what I noticed? When I turned this puzzle, it reminded me of cube. We have centers, by the way, it's cube. We have 6 centers, here they are. The star is the center. 6 pieces. 4 corners on each side. And now we have a situation of PLL. At this point we have a situation called H-perm. That's where the centers are opposite to their angles. And it turns out that the yellow solved by random. I think many will not understand what I am doing, me included. I just know doing what my hands remember. You see, it worked, so my muscle memory is still intact. If you want to learn it too, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of interesting videos, even a tutorial video on how to solve a Rubik's Cube. We can continue, but I have no idea how. This is probably the simplest stage we have gathered, sort of skeleton. Centers and angles. Now let's move on to the ribs. For example, we have an angle, and to this angle should be composed of 3 ribs. Let's try to find one. For example, we have a rib, let it be green-white. Here is the place, here's the rib. I can do like this, push down, replace, and lift up. One of the ribs is ready, yay! Let's move on. This element of the angle is solved. Now we need a white-orange and green-orange. By the way, green-orange is already here, and if I just replace it, it might actually work. Wow, yeah, it worked! And orange, this one is not going to settle here now, because it's in another corner. Yay, this corner is gathered! And now I have to do the same with other angles. Moving to the green and white. Yep, great. The next one. Done. Remains the last element of this angle. Again, the usual simple method. Okay, 2 gathered. I actually thought it would be longer. And now I can even stop here and see if everything is okay. The white side, correct one with doubled ribs, and even with the lower layer under the white side is done. So, there are 4 ribs after the first side. Let's move here. I will try the same strategy, and if it will work, then this is really a puzzle that did not meet my expectations in terms of complexity. We have this corner over here, yellow, blue, red. Trying to get the ribbon here. I turned it back and nothing was broken. 2 out of 3 are simple together, but for example, when I need to put this blue-red to this one, then it's no longer possible to disconnect it, because what I've already collected is breaking apart. Probably it is best to do it by replacing. Down, fold. This one is sold somehow, and I don't know how. Like this, and this one gathered. So, the only one is left. Let's get it back now. This is a parity. See, the corner can be moved, but the rib comes out that is flipped. Now, there is the green-yellow down. I pull it up. Again. This one is back in place. White-red. And this one also. Finally. Let's move it back. Like this, and check in. 16 minutes. Not +2, huh? Yay, cool. Interesting. Like, really interesting. I actually solved it almost intuitively, just by my experience. The only thing to know for this is how to solve cube. And even after I assembled cube on this puzzle, everything worked out without algorithm. What at first glance seems impossible and somehow mind-blowing, you just have to try. I was expecting to sit here for an hour, but it happened. Either I'm a genius, or the puzzle is really simple. Thanks everyone for watching. If you like this style of videos, leave a comment, hit that like button, ring a bell, and your host was Lev Holub. See ya!